There is a difference between surviving and living. There is a difference between earning and building. And there is a difference between hustle and stability. For many people, life begins in hustle mode. You wake up thinking about money. You sleep thinking about money. You calculate bills in your head. You measure time in hours worked. You measure progress in quick wins. Hustle feels powerful. It feels active. It feels ambitious. But hustle was never meant to be permanent. Hustle is a bridge. Stability is the destination. In the beginning, hustle is necessary. When your savings are zero, when debt is high, when opportunity feels limited, when pressure is real, hustle becomes survival energy. You take extra shifts. You freelance at night. You test side businesses. You learn new skills online. You sacrifice comfort for momentum. Hustle builds discipline. It builds awareness. It builds resilience. It teaches you how to move without excuses. But hustle also carries in costs. When your income depends entirely on effort, your nervous system never rests. Every day feels like a test. Every month feels uncertain. You celebrate big weeks and panic during slow ones. Your mood follows your bank balance. This is not stability. This is controlled chaos. Many people get addicted to this phase, not because it feels good, but because it feels productive. Being busy feels important. Movement feels like progress. But motion without structure is fragile. If your income stops when you stop, you're not stable. If one emergency can wipe out everything you built, you're not stable. If your peace depends on constant performance, you are not stable. Hustle is effort multiplied by urgency. Stability is structure multiplied by time. The goal is not to hustle forever. The goal is to use hustle strategically, then graduate from it. There are 3 phases of financial growth. The first phase is survival. In survival, you're trying to cover expenses. There is no cushion, no margin, no backup plan. Every unexpected bill feels like a crisis. Your decisions are short-term because they have to be. The second phase is expansion through hustle. Income increases. Skills improve. Opportunities grow. But cash flow may still fluctuate. You work harder. You earn more. You test ideas. You explore possibilities. This phase feels exciting, but unstable. The third phase is structured stability. Income becomes predictable. Savings are intentional. Investments grow quietly. Systems replace stress. You are no longer reacting to life. You are planning it. Most people enter phase 2, but never intentionally move to phase 3. They hustle harder instead of building smarter. To transition from hustle to stability, you need structure. The first step toward stability is predictable cash flow. Predictability reduces anxiety. When you know what is coming in each month, you can plan what goes out. This may mean securing a stable job while building a business. It may mean shifting from one-time clients to retainer agreements. It may mean creating subscription-based services. Stability begins when income becomes consistent. The second step is building an emergency fund. An emergency fund is not luxury money. It is protection money. It is breathing room. It is the difference between panic and patience. Ideally, you want several months of living expenses saved. This creates margin. Margin creates calm. Calm improves decision-making. The third step is reducing high-interest debt. Debt keeps you in hustle mode because it creates pressure. Pressure forces urgency. Urgency prevents long-term thinking. Removing high-interest debt removes emotional weight. Stability grows when obligations shrink. The fourth step is automation. If saving depends only on motivation, it will fail. If investing depends only on memory, it will be inconsistent. Automate savings. Automate investments. Stability thrives on systems, not moods. Hustle says work more. Stability says design better. Another shift required is identity. In hustle mode, your identity may be tied to being busy. You measure your worth by output. You feel guilty when resting. You fear slowing down because it feels like regression. But builders think differently. Builders focus on foundations. They focus on leverage. They ask how to make income less dependent on daily effort. They ask how to create assets instead of tasks. Leverage changes everything. When you trade time directly for money, income is limited by hours. When you build assets, income can grow beyond hours. Assets can include digital products, intellectual property, investments, rental income, long-term contracts, automated services, or scalable businesses. Assets are structures that continue producing even when you're not actively working. This does not happen overnight. It happens intentionally. You move from chaos to clarity, from urgency to strategy, from reaction to planning. Stability also requires financial awareness. Track your income. Track your expenses. Know your numbers. Guessing creates anxiety. Measuring creates control. Divide your income intentionally. Cover essentials. Build savings. Invest consistently. Allocate for growth and skill development. Structure turns money into momentum. Another challenge in leaving hustle mode is emotional attachment to intensity. Hustle gives dopamine. Big sales. Big wins. Big months. But dopamine is not peace. Stability may feel slower. It may feel quieter. It may even feel boring at first. But boring can be powerful. Boring means predictable. Predictable means secure. Secure means peaceful. Peace is underrated in financial conversations. People chase higher income, but ignore higher stability. Yet stability is what allows you to think clearly, to invest wisely, to build patiently. Without stability, growth feels fragile. There is also the matter of lifestyle inflation. When income rises during hustle, spending often rises with it. Bigger expenses create bigger pressure. Bigger pressure demands more hustle. The cycle continues. To transition to stability, you must separate income growth from lifestyle growth. Just because you can afford more does not mean you should immediately commit to more. Stability grows when your savings rate grows faster than your expenses. Think long term. 5 years from now, what matters more? Impressing people today or protecting your future tomorrow? Stability is long-term thinking in action. Another shift involves time. In hustle mode, time feels scarce. You trade it aggressively. In stability mode, time becomes strategic. You invest it in high-impact activities. You eliminate distractions. You prioritize health, relationships, and personal growth because your foundation is secure. Health is part of stability. Burnout destroys progress. Chronic stress reduces creativity. Poor sleep damages decision-making. Stability allows you to protect your body and mind. And protecting your body and mind protects your income. Financial stability and emotional stability are connected. When your finances are structured, your thoughts become clearer. When your thoughts are clearer, your decisions improve. When your decisions improve, your future strengthens. The transition from hustle to stability is not about slowing ambition. It is about strengthening foundation. Ambition without structure is volatility. Ambition with structure is sustainable success. You do not abandon hustle. You refine it. You use hustle to build a base. Then you shift focus from earning more to organizing better. Ask yourself, is my income predictable? Do I have margin? Do I have protection against emergencies? Are my expenses intentional? Am I building assets or only completing tasks? If you cannot step away for a month without everything collapsing, you are still in hustle mode. The goal is to reach a place where your life does not feel fragile, where one bad month does not equal disaster, where opportunities are chosen, not chased desperately, where work is intentional, not frantic, where peace replaces pressure. Stability is not laziness. It is strength under control. It is knowing you can hustle if necessary, but you do not have to. It is choosing growth instead of chasing survival. It is building systems instead of relying on stress. It is waking up without financial panic. It is planning years ahead instead of weeks ahead. Hustle built your discipline. Hustle built your endurance. Hustle built your courage. But stability builds your future. The journey from hustle to stability is a graduation. You graduate from urgency to intention, from chaos to structure, from fear to confidence, from reaction to design. And once you reach stability, you discover something surprising. Peace becomes your greatest asset, because real success is not just about increasing income. It is about reducing fragility. It is about creating security. It is about designing a life that does not collapse under pressure. Hustle is a season. Stability is the strategy. Use hustle wisely. Build structure deliberately. Protect your peace intentionally. And move forward with clarity. From hustle to stability. That is the evolution. That is the goal. And that is the life you are capable of building.